Hello mga Ka MathWiz! Welcome to MathWiz TV, our math tutorial made easy. For today's video, we're gonna discuss arithmetic series. But before that, let us define what is arithmetic series. When we say arithmetic series, it is the sum of arithmetic sequence. And how are we gonna do that? Let us say, for example, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So this is an example of arithmetic sequence. When we say arithmetic series, all we need to do is to add all the terms in arithmetic sequence. Say for example, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 is equals to 30. That is the arithmetic series. Let us have another example. But before that, let us know or identify the formula we need to use. The formula that we need to use is S sub n is equals to n over 2 multiplied to a sub 1 plus a sub n. Or we can also use alternative formula, which is S sub n is equals to n divided by 2 multiplied to 2 times a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 multiplied to d, wherein S sub n is the sum of all terms. A sub 1 is our first term. A sub n is the nth term or the last term. N is the number of terms and d is the common difference. Let us try to answer our equation using the first formula, which is S sub n is equals to n all over 2 multiplied to the quantity a sub 1 plus a sub n, wherein a sub 1 is the first term. So in here, a sub 1 is equals to 4, because in here, we can see that a sub 1 is 4. Next, a sub n is the nth term or the last term, wherein a sub n here is not yet identified because as we can see, it goes continuously. Okay? Now, therefore, what we will do is to write a to the a sub 20 because n is equals to 20. So 20 because the term here is 20 terms. Okay, next is to find d. We all know that d is the difference of the succeeding term. So what we will do is to write a sub 2, which means we need to find the second term, minus a sub 1, which is our first term, and then subtract it. So our second term is 1 minus the first term, which is 4. Therefore, the answer is negative 3. The value of our d or common difference is negative 3. Now, since we have all the values needed, let us try to substitute it on our formula. So, S sub n becomes S sub 20 because the value of n here is equals to 20. And then n is equals to 20 all over 2. And then multiply to the quantity a sub 1. So as we can see, a sub 1 here is 4. So you will write 4 plus a sub n or a sub 20. So since a sub 20 or the last term is not yet defined, let us first solve for a sub 20 or a sub n. Okay, so again, the formula that we need to use in finding a sub n is equals to a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 multiplied to d. So what we will do is to write a sub n. Our a sub n is a sub 20. Is equals to a sub 1, which is 4 or our first term, plus the quantity n. So as we can see, our n is equals to 20 minus 1, which is constant, multiplied to negative 3. So again, we follow the PEMDAS rule. We first solve 20 minus 1. Copy first 4 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 multiplied to negative 3. And then next, after that, we need to multiply. Again, follow the PEMDAS rule. So as we can see, if we are gonna multiply 19 and negative 3, the answer is negative 57. Therefore, we add it to 4. So 4 plus negative 57, the answer is equals to negative 53. Therefore, our a sub 20 or a sub n is equals to negative 53. Let us now substitute. So a sub n here will become negative 53. Okay? So let us try to solve. S sub 20 is equals to 20 all over 2 multiplied to 4 plus negative 53. Don't forget that. Okay, now, so we all know that we need to compute for the p or parenthesis. And inside the parenthesis, we can see 4 plus negative 53. So let's copy first. 20 divided by 2 times 4 plus negative 53. The answer is equals to negative 49. And then, after that, we need to solve this one, which is 10. 20 divided by 2 multiplied to negative 49. Therefore, our S20 is equals to negative 490. So as we add 4, 1, negative 2, plus, and so on and so forth, up to the 20th term, the answer is 420. Now, let us try to use the other formula. So the first formula that I taught you is when a sub n is available. But in this case, a sub n is not available or not given, right? So we don't need to compute the a sub n or the last term. So what we will do is just to follow the formula. Okay? So s sub n is equals to n divided by 2 multiplied to the quantity 2 times a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 multiplied to d. Okay? Using the following equations or values. So we all know that a sub 1 is equals to the first term. So as we can see, we can write here a sub 1 is equals to 4. And then a sub n is not on our formula. Therefore, we use n. N is equals to 20 because this pertains to 20 terms. So therefore, we write 20. And then we look for d. Okay, so we all know that d is the common difference. And as we compute this one, if we subtract 1 minus 4, the answer is equals to negative 3. So again, the second term first. So we write first the second term. Okay, don't forget that. The second term, which is a sub 2, minus the first term, which is a sub 1. So 4 minus 1 is equal to negative 3. Since we get all the important variables, let us now substitute it on our formula. Okay, so s sub n is s sub 20, which is equals to n. So what is the value of n? 20 all over 2 times the quantity 2a sub 1. So 2 a sub 1 is our first term. You write 4 because a sub 1 is 4 plus n minus 1. So you write 20 minus 1 and then multiplied it to our d, which is negative 3. And so therefore, that will be our solution. Okay, let us now try to solve. After we substitute the important variables, let us now solve our S sub 20. So again, we follow the PEMDAS rule, wherein we start at our parentheses. So inside the parentheses first, so S sub 20 is equals to 20 divided by 2. 2 times 4 plus inside the parentheses 20 minus 1 is equals to 19 and then multiply to negative 3. And so we're done with our parentheses. So since we don't have exponent, let us now proceed with multiplication. So 20 divided by 2 times the quantity 2 times 4, which is equals to 8, plus 19 times negative 3, which is equals to negative 57. So negative 57. We see parentheses here, so therefore we start here. Okay, so 20 all over 2 multiply to the quantity 8 plus negative 57. So what we will do is to change the sign. 8 minus 57, because positive multiplied to negative is negative. Okay, so therefore 8 minus 57. And then afterwards, we start with the parentheses. Copy again. 20 all over 2 times 8 minus 57, which is negative 49. And then after, before we multiply, we can also divide already. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. Multiplied to negative 49, which is equals to, so 10 times negative 49 is equals to negative 490. So as we can see, we have same answer. We can use the first formula that I taught you and this second formula. Okay, so the first formula, we can use that one if there is an available last term. While in here, without the last term, we can solve S sub n.